Hi, this is Trish Rayburn telling the history of Blissworks, the story behind the scenes. And we're in 2003 now. I'd been teaching for several years. I'd been offered a managerial position at a soon-to-be yoga studio that ended up falling through unexpectedly. And I realized that I did want to open a yoga studio, and that's really what I was meant to do and what I was here for, my purpose, or dharma, as they talk in yoga language. So I decided, instead of being dispersed all over the region, I wasn't actually teaching any yoga in New London, and I wanted to open the studio in New London. It was very important to me to have it in the downtown area. So I decided to start teaching in New London. And a friend of mine referred me to St. James Church, which is on Huntington and Federal Street in New London, near Fiddleheads Co-op now. Fiddleheads wasn't open then, though. And I did a bunch of classes there. I taught morning classes on Tuesday and evening classes on Tuesday as well, I think. And I had about 4 classes at one point going at St. James, which is where I ended up getting married several years later, unbeknownst to me. But that went really well, and while I was teaching there is when I decided to really make this yoga studio thing happen. So a friend of mine really did most of the behind the scenes work. I was consulting on the business, but she did all the legwork on getting a business plan and getting us financing and putting her house up for collateral. So thank you for that. And making it happen. So it was February 23rd, 2004. Blissworks opened, and I'll give you more details in the next chapter of the history of Blissworks.